Little bowl. Nice. I just love these guys. All right. Whoa. Wow. Whatever this is, it is strong. He is just going wherever he wants and fast. I haven't even seen him yet. Oh, I think it's something that got foul hooked. Yeah. I think it's a big, beautiful cutthroat who got hooked across the dorsal by my streamer. But a beautiful fish nonetheless. Like I keep saying, something new every day. I gotta get him out of the current. Oh my gosh, come here, buddy. You're going back. Oh gosh, strong when he's got the angle on me. Oh my gosh. All right, get in a little more line. Here we go. And he's just barely hooked in the top of his dorsal. But he is a beast. Beast of a cutthroat. Oh, good God. Look at that hook. All right. All right. Beautiful cutthroat. Hooked by the dorsal. Hey, 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 hey. Settle yourself. I just want to get the hook out so that when I handle you... Oh man, that is a chunky cutthroat in the 16-inch class. Wow, that's 2 in a row that have been in a hurry. I'll take it. Still counts for the box score, right? Well, it took me a grand total of about 3 minutes to switch over to a dry fly, because what I'm witnessing is a bunch of very active risers down here. And just like the other day at this same spot, it is a very challenging presentation because of the downstream position where these fish are. Fortunately, there's not a lot of wind today. Oh, that was a take. I'm seeing what appear to be little golden stones, so I immediately went to my purple McStimmy. Oh man, that was a good drift. Still going. But right off the bat, did not produce any interest, so I'm already wondering. There we go. Uh-oh. These guys might be looking for something else. Oh, there we go. Oh, we had him on for a second. That's the other thing about the downstream presentation where you're feeding line, like I'm doing here. It is much harder to get a really good hook set because you kind of have line everywhere. I guess the best way of putting it is when you're doing this kind of a challenging presentation, you're kind of relying on the fish to do a pretty good job of setting the hook himself. But the thing is, I've seen multiple fish rising down there, and now I've had at least 2 that were interested in my size 12 McStimmy. So I'm gonna stick with it for the time being. But I'm looking at the flies in the air and they do look a little bit smaller. So the truth of the matter is that I thoroughly enjoy this, and as crazy as that sounds, not catching fish when you see them rising right in front of you. I love when the fish are so focused or keyed on one particular bug, and the challenge is to try and match it as closely as you can with what you have to work with or what you've brought. Now the funny thing is that I've been catching all my fish on the bigger dry flies, and so I don't have a vest on that's full of different fly boxes, so I'm not carrying much small stuff. What I've chosen right now is a size 14 version of a caddis imitation that I call a red tail, and both based on its basic color as well as its size. It's a decent imitation of what I'm observing on the water. But I think most people that have been into fly fishing for a while, they'll tell you that there is a certain aspect of the sport, just exactly what I'm experiencing right now, where you see your targets, you know they're feeding, they're showing themselves, you're making the best presentations that you can, and you're not hooking up, at least not as often as you'd like, and somehow all of that is very fun. I guess beating your head against the wall is fun in a way too, but it's the challenge. It's what we do in this sport, particularly dry fly fishing, is that we're just trying to fake out one of these trout to believe that they are in fact committing to eat a bug that they think is real. But we know it's just the best imitation we have at hand. Well, persistence. I think this is a pretty decent cutty. Finally took my little number 14 red tail, but like I'm saying, I feel like I got lucky to hook this one fish. I'm a little off as far as what I'm throwing at these guys, given how actively they're feeding, and so I've already hatched a couple ideas in my head of what I'm going to add on, or add to my box for my next outing, because if these fish are gonna be boy, look at how chubby he is. If these fish are gonna be super selective for the latter part of this summer, I want to be prepared. Just a little guy, but he made me work hard for him. All right, I feel a little bit better.